Welcome back to my channel. And as you can see, I'm cutting these tips. So in this video, I really wanted to show how I place my large 3D on top of the nails. So let's see. So on here, I'm actually just trying to put some clear acrylic on here. I'm trying to make sure that these nails aren't too thin, but they still have a flat look. So I'm just going in, pulling my brush down the middle and just patting the sides just to get that perfect shape. And I'm actually just putting on clear acrylic just to seal the nails. I'm taking my time because I really want these nails to be flat, because I am going to put a lot of chunky stuff on top of them. When I say chunky, I mean chunky stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that they're not at all, how should I say it? They're not at all bulky. So I'm just taking my time and just using my brush to flatten out the clear acrylic all the way down to the tip. I'm trying to make these nails as flat as possible, but still as strong. So on the nails with the red glitter, those you definitely have to encapsulate, because once you're filing the nail, those might come off. So you want to encapsulate those, so when you file on top of the nail, everything will be capped under the nail. So that's the purpose of putting this clear acrylic on top. So I whipped out my Valentino, and I love this cover pink. So I'm just going in, creating a little ombre on these nails. And I should tell you, I love ombre. I love doing ombre nails. I could do ombre nails all day. I try to incorporate ombre in a lot of stuff that I do, and I'll just put stickers or designs, but ombre is like the base for mostly like all my designs. You go on my Instagram page, you'll see I have like a lot of ombres. Maybe not on all 10 fingers, but sometimes 2 fingers, 3 fingers, because it's such a nice, clean design. So I'm just going in with the clear coat acrylic. I'm just trying to make sure I cap everything before I get to my chunkies. Yes, my chunkies. All right, so here I am working my way down on this thumb. Like I said, make it flat as I can, but still try to put enough acrylic so it doesn't break. Your nail should be as thick as a credit card. So this looks like American Express to me. So with that said, let's move on to the other one. Now we do have to file and shape these, but I'll cut some of those clips out to continue on. And on this one, I'm just adding some chains. This client, she wanted to be a little bit extravagant, but she didn't want them too long. So I'm trying to just pack a lot of chunky stuff on like a mid-sized length. So I'm just trying to pack everything on that I can on there. So here, as you can see, I'm putting my wet bead and placing enough, and then I just put my teddy bears on. These are the chunky stuff. So with this kind of design, you really want to get your nails as flat as possible so it's not too bulky. So now I'm putting on my larger stones, and as you can see before, I ended up just putting acrylic. Once the acrylic dries, everything will be all set, and I just go around the edges just to add more acrylic. You have to do this while the acrylic is wet, of course, and you have to work very fast because that acrylic dries fast, so you want to be able to move. Now I'm just going in with smaller beads, and I'm adding to the sides. And I'm just taking like little stones just to poke into the sides. On here, I'm not using acrylic. I'm just using some real heavy super glue. And I'm just putting on these stones and putting on these charms. You want to make sure your stuff does not come off. So whatever adhesive you want to use, super hold, super glue, gel, whatever you use, just make sure you're using enough, because nails is expensive and clients want to keep their stuff on their nails. In the beginning, I had problems with stones falling off. Now I don't. And I haven't had any issues like that in years. So here it is. The chunky ones are on. And I'm going in to do the other hand. And you can see for the other hand, I'm just patting the acrylic down. And then I'm just putting in my 3D in there, right into the wet ball of acrylic. Once that dries, nothing's going any place. So there you go. Everything's on there. And that's how I put my 3Ds on. Now with minimal 3D on the nail, I was going to stop and just gel seal and stickers. But my client, she wanted more bigger stones, more excess. So clients is always right. You try to give them what they want. So I had to add more stuff to it. So I'm actually finishing up the other hand. So I'm just doing the same method on the other hand. I'm laying a wet ball of acrylic down, and I'm putting the large chunky items in the ball with acrylic on the nail to hold the 3D stuff. So there you go. It's all in there. Solid, nothing's gonna come off. Everything is on there. Now at this point, you can use gel, like a top gel, just to seal it and make it shiny. Or you can use top coat if that's your preference. But for me to put these chunky items on, all I used was just acrylic. And nothing's gonna come off because this is how I do it. Now, if you have other way of doing it, you can tell me in the comments below how you do your 3D chunky stuff. But this is how I do it. So if you have problems with the 3D chunky stuff, like the teddy bears and so forth falling off, then you can try this method and see if this works for you. And if it does, just leave it in the comment below and let me know. So for more videos like this, subscribe to Jules Nails. Thank you.